was a bad example in my family where they used to say, if you don't study well, you will become like Nani. First film when it released, on the release day I had zero confidence. I was like, I remember when the director, when everyone wanted to go to the theatre first day morning show, I didn't want to come.
Really?
Because I thought it will be embarrassing if nobody's there in the theatre. Everybody told me that you need to know someone or some recommendation at least, even though if you're not like directly related or anything. So I don't know absolutely no much. So I thought it's not possible. And also, how do I, even if like I want to do roles, what roles do I get? Would I get this friend roles or?
What about Ram Charan?
Charan, I'll ask him, how does he, stay so composed?
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today truly believes in keeping it real and being very natural. No wonder you all know him as the very natural star. Who that is? I'm talking about Nani. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
I don't know. I don't think you'll ever get bored of the title. It's always a compliment to have someone tell you that our very very own natural star.
Yeah, I know. By now, I'm like completely used to. Initially, I used to have that little issue with it.
You did,
but
right?
now I've started, enjoying it. Yeah, owning it, and there's so much of love when they call me that. So happy.
But what was the? I know in the beginning you kind of like when people try to label you as an actor, you don't want to be. Was that the issue in the same case as well?
Yeah, exactly. Because it kind of restricts you, to just be neutral about everything. So once now cinema is mix of everything.
Yeah.
So initially when they saw these subtle performances, they started calling me natural. Now I want to do a loud roles also. I want to be dramatic also.
Crazy.
So then it won't go well with that. So I don't want the title to restrict me with anything. Yeah. So yeah.
Just call him naturally dramatic. Ella unnaru.
Chala bagunnanu, thank you.
Got that? Did I get that right?
Perfect.
Amazing to have you in Mumbai and sitting and doing this here. Like you rightly said, we were in the right path, Nani, while discussing this because it makes sense. People might ask you why it took for Nani to do something like a Dasara and go all the way. But here's the answer you just gave. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think, everything has a journey of its own. Everything, it has to lead naturally there, not like me trying to do this, that. I think I should follow the course and make it organically happen.
And here we are.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of comparisons because people see familiar stuff, which is not the same story but familiar.
Yeah. Because it came from the same, place, and then now releasing in multiple languages and the previous success. I think, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there were comparisons with straight went to Pushpa and KGF. And then in an Ask Nani session, you had a brilliant answer about comparisons.
Yeah.
So we were discussing just that. Nani, why don't you say what you said and tell me about it?
Yeah. So it was just a sudden, immediate reply. What did I say?
The leather
you can't, you can't, DDLJ and Terminator are not same just because SRK and Arnold wear a leather jacket in the respective films. Yeah. So just just because what I'm wearing matches or just because there's dust in that film and this film doesn't make these two films same. It's a different world, different idea, different emotions, different setup altogether.
But I'm trying to see the positive side of it. If you're comparing a film like Dasara to Pushpa and KGF, which has been touted as among the country's best, we all know, we know the box office result, can't be too bad a thing.
At all. That's what I kept telling in the last few interviews when they were saying that, yes, think of it as that, come to the theatres and you'll love Dasara and you'll go back. So I'm happy both ways anyways.
Yeah, like I said, I have admired what you've tried to do. You've tried to do different roles. I think you want to be fearless as an actor. But the very reason, why they are giving you the popularity is becoming restrictive in that path, right? You still manage to do so much. 15 years of Nani, that's amazing.
Thank you.
How do you look back at this journey?
It was actually, it all feels, it doesn't feel like 15 years, first thing. And if I look back now, maybe it feels like 2.5 years, the whole thing. Because Ashachama 2008 was my first film and somehow the memories are so fresh and it really feels like I've done Ashachama 2 years back. I've been working non-stop back to back. So it really doesn't feel like 15 years. It feels like, oh, it went off so fast.
And look where we are, and look where you are today.
Yeah.
I mean, now of course everybody knows that, you know, you started off. It's very interesting though. I know that you said that you wanted to be an actor always because, you know, Mani Ratnam's movies inspired you.
Yeah.
But you also gave yourself a reality check and said, I think direction for a person like you is something that you thought the part to go. And of course, we all know he was a clapper boy.
Yeah.
You know, and in Bapu's set, which you've mentioned.
Yeah, my first film.
The fact that you gave yourself that reality check, I want to know, I think intrinsically also comes from the fact that, you know, you didn't have like a solid backing, someone out there.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
You are not that confident. And I also feel the insecurities of how you portray superstars, right? The way they look, the gait.
Correct.
I feel like you felt like you didn't have it.
I didn't have it. Correct.
So I want to go there. I want to dive there and see, like, how did you break through that? From that boy who was doubting himself, what were you doubting? And it's important for an actor to know that.
Yeah, and I was doubting myself because I was this. See, all my life I was a kid who didn't. How do I say this? I have a lot of cousins who all, you know, studied well. I never used to. Yeah. I used to get bad, you know, marks in my tests and all. I was a bad example in my family where they used to say, if you don't study well, you will become like Nani.
Oh, really?
Because I was struggling. I was like, I wanted to do something in cinema, and then I was not sure what to. I love cinema, and I didn't know anyone. I'm a complete outsider. So the confidence level obviously was at the rock bottom. And everybody told me that you need to know someone or some recommendation at least, even though if you're not like directly related or anything. So I don't know absolutely no one. So I thought it's not possible. And also, how do I, even if like I want to do roles, what roles do I get? Will I get this friend roles, or will I get some role where I have to stand in the background, or will I get to do some, you know, main roles? That's why it was all out of question, and anything probably they would, you know, think of me was not very exciting. So I respect this ID roles also, but that's not what I was looking.
Yeah, no,
and because
like
going away from the, you know, going against the, what family was saying and everything, and then saying I know I want to do something in cinema. I wanted to prove something that, oh, see, look, I want to do films. I love films, and I'll be happy there. And when I look at the actors and all the kind of things they were doing, I was like, no, I don't think I'll fit into this. The chances are very, very, you know, full at rock bottom. So I thought, okay, direction is something to do with the talent. I don't need recommendation, or don't need anything. If I stay there in the industry, if I somehow get my chance as an AD, if I work in few films, if I understand technique, if I understand filmmaking, then if I have talent, I can become a filmmaker. If I don't, then I can, you know, fail trying.
Yeah.
So that was the mindset at that time. I worked hard. I somehow I stuck to for a couple of years. I kept waiting outside the offices to get the assistant director post, the clap boy post. That itself was very difficult. And after working for a few films and as an AD, after making a lot of friends, after working for a year as an RJ, kind of my confidence went up because my friends around kept telling me, we love your story, I like the way you talk, or like the way you explain a story. All of my friends used to ask for a review of a film, and I would go and watch and come back. I used to very animatedly review the film. I used to enact few scenes and show them. So they used to be like, they used to go watch the film.
I want to know which film.
A lot of films. Like, for example, I saw this Rajni sir's film Shivaji, and I came back and I gave a review to the entire
I'm going to make
friends group. No, that is not possible now. But
no, this one, no.
But they all were like, they all got too excited. They all went to the film next day, and they came back and said your narration was better.
Really?
So, the kind of
I love it.
No, the kind of confidence it gives you at that particular time. They all loved the film, but they thought a few scenes, the way you narrated, it sounded very exciting. So slowly there is a confidence where, oh, it is working, something is working, everybody is loving it. So So slowly, I think, and things fell in place, and then the first film happened, and then rest is history.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
And then the star was born.
Once I've started acting, I think there was a lot of there was a lot of support also. Support
Yeah,
in the
of
sense there were a
course.
lot of people who started believing in me. There are a lot of people, even from the industry, who started saying, "Who's this boy?
Yeah, of
You
course.
like him?" So kind of my first film when it released, on the release day I had zero confidence. I was like, I remember when the director, when everyone wanted to go to the theatre first day morning show, I didn't want to come
Really?
because I thought it will be embarrassing if nobody's there in the theatre.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Imagine that fear is real, no?
Yeah, and they dragged me, and I went, and I went to a packed theatre, which was houseful. So it kind of, in various steps, I kept getting that confidence, it got better and better, and then I started realizing, okay, now they like me, there is something, let me work on it and get the best of it. So now that I have this platform, now that I have this connection with the audience, so I need to grow, I need to get better at this, I need to make great films. And if I'm not using this opportunity to, do something amazing, then that will be the real sad story. So I kept working towards that direction, and it all started working well.
There were people said mean things about you and all.
Mean
It's
things-
true, right?
That is okay. Mean things they still say, tell me, say.
Even now, I thought that chatter has settled down a little.
No. Mean things are the way of life now. There's nothing which will settle.
So
It will always be, yeah. And in fact, the more work you do, the more attention you have, more success you get.
More you acquire.
Yeah, the chatter becomes more. In fact, even more bigger stars in Telugu cinema face a lot more chatter than this. So it is all part and parcel of the whole thing.
You're someone who is extremely collaborative. It was very unfortunate that when you said a statement like we should all come together and Telugu industry was taken badly out of light. I thought it was such a beautiful statement to make. For a person who is like that, does it sometimes break your heart when they try to pitch actors against each other in the same industry, which is a norm everywhere, not just in Telugu, and fan groups and all of that. How do you handle that?
Yeah, they do that, and not everyone does it. See,
No, of
what
course.
the problem is, like for example, there's 1,000 people who generally now, let's say there's 1,000 reactions which are coming our way. When it could be on social media, it could be outside.
Correct.
990 reactions are positive. But our human minds are wired in a way, we ignore those 990 and then we think about why are these 10 guys saying nasty things. We need to get out of that first. There will always be those 10. And we need to be able to ignore so that these 990 are very important for us. And we should keep continuing our work and keep these 990 happy. So that's the most important thing. Ignore the negativity always. So that's how.
And
It does bother when you do come across that. You're like, why this much? Like it is such a, it's not good for them to have that much of, negativity or anything like that. You feel bad for them. Sometimes it will really hurt you for the words they choose. But that is a very small percentage and everybody faces it. Everybody. So I think we should concentrate on the good part.
You've said that you'll continue being who you are. Like said in a recent, I'll make sure that all my consecutive movies are no way similar. Despite market, business criterias, how do you manage to do that is what I am Parur asked you. And you have written, watch me with a smiley way, right?
Yeah.
Let's elaborate on that. It is true, right?
The question itself is self-explanatory that it is very difficult. So when you say how, then when I say watch me, it means that yes, it is difficult and I am ready to go through that difficulty to do what I want to do.
And I'm sure you get advices like that, no? Saying that don't do this and whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you do then, Nani? And they're obviously well-wishers. It's not like...
No, all the well-wishers who, even on social media, even the fans tell me like, why don't you do a film like this? Why don't you do a film like that? But I know why did they become fans of mine in the first place? Because I am someone who, believed in what my heart believes, not the head. So the reason they loved my work is because of me being myself. So I know that even sometimes when they say these things, it's out of love. and I should continue doing what I believe in.
I love that.
And not try to change according to each suggestion, because then it will no more be me, and then the purpose, then the first reason they like me itself is
Gone.
going against it. So,
You've not lost yourself, I think.
Yeah.
And also I love that there's this humbleness, and you've maintained that reality, which I think is important to stay sane, for actors particularly. What was truly a struggle for you while doing this film? What was truly somewhere that you struggled a bit? And of course, that's a new feeling for an actor who's done so many films.
The characters, when they are very extremely different, it is actually exciting for me.
Yeah.
It's never a struggle. It's never struggle, if I have to say, to shoot this film for the kind of conditions, with the conditions and the makeups and the dust, and practically it was a struggle for everyone who worked in this film. Yeah.
That.
Just the character variation wise, to play Dharani character was very exciting. I really enjoyed doing that, so I can't call it a struggle.
Fair enough. All right. I will now quickly ask you some fun questions. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, first of all, what are the fun nicknames that people have given you over the years?
Nani itself is a pet name, so I think they couldn't think of more.
Nani.
Naan they call me sometimes. Butter naan and all that they call me,
There
because
you
I'm
go.
Nani. Yeah.
Those were the ones I wanted to hear. Butter naan.
Butter naan. Yeah.
It can't be too bad. It's always it's a delicious dish. How can you
Yeah,
bear?
it is. Yeah. And butter.
Butter,
is a compliment.
of course.
Yeah.
It's a compliment, always. Okay, if you had to choose among your work, where do you think you've done your best?
Dasara.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You truly think so?
Yeah, I do. I'm
love
not saying
that.
it for the promotions.
I know what I'm saying. I said I love that because now I'm
Yeah.
more excited.
Yeah.
Okay, a role that you always wanted to do, some other actor's role that you thought I would have done anything to get this role, and why?
There are quite a few films which I really enjoyed, like Amir sir in Three Idiots,
Okay.
or like Surya sir in Jai Bhim. Yeah, and
Amazing.
there's a lot of roles inspired me. So yeah,
Like, if you actors, you still want to truly collaborate on the big screen, and why?
someday Rajnikant sir or any of our Chiranjeevi sir.
Wow.
Would love to, because I'm sure it's going to be a learning experience.
I'm sure they're putting it out in the universe, you never know.
Yes, you never know, yeah.
Anyone from the Hindi industry?
Bachchan sir.
Oh, wow.
It's like a bucket list I want to.
It's a bucket list thing, how cute. I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
A rumor about yourself that makes you laugh.
Every day.
Which one? But the funny one.
Every day there's something or the other. Funny ones. Most rumors are the nasty ones. There's something they'll try to rumor about.
Something that's ridiculous, if not funny. Like,
Rumor about-
how do you believe this kind of a thing?
Oh, like that?
Yeah, like, you know, like ridiculous one.
They're always cooking up some story or the other to support the narrative. But ridiculous ones, I think, have stopped now. The people know me so much.
Yeah.
They're not, now nobody is daring to come with ridiculous, funny ones, because they're just trying to just alter little things.
Oh, like, to
Edit
make it
little
look
stuff.
real, not real, like that.
Yeah, but again, nowadays I think there's so much of content non-stop on YouTube, website, this and all that. So there's something should keep going, and then otherwise it's like it's entertainment. Yeah.
Okay, what's the most embarrassing fan moment for you? Like, that someone that reacted, someone with a fan proposal, and Nani was like, okay, this is embarrassing but sweet.
I feel nothing embarrassing actually, but when particularly people make tattoos of your name and stuff like that, that bothers me.
It does, no? It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, when they came and showed this big tattoos, it says Nani or something. We can put that on the bike, but to put that on the hand or something, it feels that responsibility
Too much,
is like
no?
scary. Yeah.
I know you had a show called Non-Stop Nani. Not that you were too fond of it, I know. I have read that you weren't very whatever about it. If you were still an RJ, what would you like to ask the following celebrities? It can be funny, it can be whatever. Okay, Allu Arjun.
I'll ask him like to teach me few steps then and there. He's a good dancer.
He's a good dancer. Okay, Kirti Suresh.
Kirti, I'll ask her her guilty pleasure. Like the Kirti is someone who likes to try things.
Ola?
Yeah, without telling anyone. Wants to go out
That's cute.
eat food
Yeah.
in some place without telling anyone. So I'll ask about all her secret trips.
Okay, I love that. What about Ram Charan?
Charan, I'll ask him how does he stay so composed. He's a very good, how do I say? He's very balanced that way.
Samantha.
Samantha, I will ask her, when is our next film together?
Yeah, I'm sure. So the fans are asking.
Oh, I'm an Arjunan, I can't ask
You
that, is
can.
it? Yeah.
But yeah, when is your next film with?
Yeah, who are you working with? Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
It's a boring question. Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's fine. The next, basically, work with Nani is what the major vibe is. The last one is Shah Rukh and Salman. What would you ask them? And then we end it with that.
Shah Rukh and Salman.
Yeah.
I'll ask them if they'll do a cameo in my film.
So cute.
Both
They'll
of them.
happily. Who will
so
not do
that kind of extra push for me to release it in Hindi also. Yeah.
But I'm sure you got so many Hindi film offers already, right?
Not really. There were some which are not exciting.
Attempts have made is what I hear.
Yeah, but nothing substantial or something which got me excited. No. If something comes up, something exciting, why not?
Why not? Okay,
Yeah.
on that note, you have Nani 30 with Mrinal. I'm excited. She's absolutely fantastic. So looking forward to that.
Thank you.
But like you, because particularly again, you said that this is where you think you've done your absolute best in Dasara. I am super excited. It looks like an absolutely kick-ass trailer. There's no other way to describe
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
And you are wonderful.
you
Wonderful
so
chatting with you. Thank you so much.
Same here. You too. Thank you so much.
Sending you lots of love.